All right, so I'm going to go through a few of the homework problems for you guys, just so that you guys get a little bit of a understanding. And if you need to go and see if you are doing it correctly, you can go ahead and check here. Okay. The first one I'm going to do here is number 2. We have 6/9 times 1/10. Okay. I'm going to say, well, let's go ahead and just keep it for this one, multiply straight across. Okay, we're just going to multiply straight across. 6 times 1 is 6, and 9 times 10 is 90. Okay, now I need to simplify. Obviously, I need to simplify that problem. Okay, so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do factor trees for 6 and 90. Okay, I'm going to make a factor tree to find my greatest common factor. Okay, for 6, 3 times 2. Okay, those are prime, so I can stop right there. All right, now I'm going to do the same for 90. Okay, 90, well, I can do 9 times 10. Neither which of those are prime, so I have to go ahead and I've got to break this down again. And I can do 9 as a 3 times 3. And then I can do 10 as 2 times 5. Okay, and none of those numbers I can break down any further because the only thing that multiplies to give me 3s, 2s, or 5s is 1. 1 times 3, 1 times 2, 1 times 5. So those are all my prime numbers. Okay, so I'm done. Okay, in order to find out what the greatest common factor is, I need to say, okay, what prime factors do they have in common? 6 has a 3 in common. Oh, 90 has a 3 in common, okay? 6 has a 2. Does 90 have a 2? Oh yeah, 90 does have a 2. Okay? But that's all I have, okay? So now I do 3 times 2, and I get 6 as my greatest common factor. Okay, so that tells me now that I can go ahead and I can divide both of these by 6 in order to simplify my answer. Divide by 6. Divide by 6. Well, let's say you don't know exactly what 90 divided by 6 is. Okay, well, you can do it long division way. All right, there's nothing wrong in doing it long division way. On your scratch paper, do 90 divided by 6. 6 goes into 90 one time. 1 times 6 is 6. I subtract those, I get 30. 6 goes into 30 5 times, and I'll have no remainder. Because 6 times 5 is 30. Nothing's left over. Okay, so now I know that 90 divided by 6 is 15. And 6 divided by 6, I should know that one is 1. So my answer there is 1/15. Okay. This is a good, nice, easy way, I think, to find out what greatest common factor is. It's better than listing out the factors because sometimes we forget those. If you do it this way, you usually don't skip any. Okay. All you're doing is multiplying the common prime factors. Okay. All right. Next one I want to do was was right. Oh, it was right here. 6/8 times 2/6. Okay, I'm going to do this in a different color just because it's going to be kind of close up there. Okay, so I'm going to do number 3 also. All right, 6 times 2 is 12. And 6 times 8, or 8 times 6, gives me 48. Okay? Now, if you automatically know that, hey, I know that 48 can go in, that 12 can go into 48, boom, you know your greatest common factor is 12 because there can't be another factor of 12 greater than 12. Okay? But if you have to do it again, all right, don't feel afraid. Come on over here and do a factor tree for 12. Right? 3 times 4. Okay? Oh, 4, I can break that down into 2's. 2 times 2. Okay? I also call these, when I'm doing factor trees, I call the prime numbers stopping numbers. 2, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Those are your primary stopping numbers. Okay? All right? Those are your primary prime numbers. Okay? Again, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. Those are going to be your stopping numbers. Okay? And now 48. I'm going to do the same with 48. Okay? 48. I'm going to go ahead and do 12 times 4 here. Okay? And if you're really smart, you can go ahead and say, oh, this must mean 12. This obviously means 12 is a factor. Well, obviously 12 is a factor of 12 also, so that would be my greatest common factor. But let's say we needed to keep going. All right? I could break down 12 into 4 times 3. And I could break this 4 into 2 times 2. And I could break this 4 into 2 times 2 also. Okay, so I've broken it all the way down to its basic prime factors. All right, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say, okay, do I have a 3 in both? Oh yeah, I have a 3 here and a 3 here. Okay, do I have a 2 in both? Do I have at least one 2 in both? Oh yeah, I have a 2 here, I have a 2 here. Do I have another 2? Are there 2 2's? Yeah, there's 2 2, there's another 2 here. Okay, so I have 3 times 2 times 2. 3 times 2 times 2 is 12. So now I know that I'm going to divide both by 12. And when I go ahead and do that, 12 divided by 12 is 1. And 48 divided by 12 is 4. Okay, so our answer is 1/4. Okay, to keep it simple, when you need to simplify fractions, just divide by the greatest common factor. Okay, all right. Now, I'm going to show a little bit different way you can go ahead and do this. Okay, all right. I tend to find that it's easier for me to simplify smaller numbers. Okay, what do I mean? Okay, 48 and 90, those are big numbers. It's hard for me to really know what all the factors of those larger numbers are. So what I can do here is I can do something that's called cross simplifying. This works really well when we have small numbers. Okay, 3, 2, 6, 10 here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look across at the 3 and 6. Is there a common factor between 3 and 6? Okay, all right. If you wanted to do this factor tree way, you could. Okay, so 3, well, 3 is a prime number, so that's all I have. Okay, 6, that's not a prime number. I can break that down into 3 times 2. And then I see the only number that they share in their factor trees are the number 3. Okay, so 3 is it. So that tells me that I can go ahead and I can divide both of these by 3. And I'm going to do that. 3 divided by 3 gives me 1. 6 divided by 3 gives me 2. Okay. Now, I'm going to go even further here. Okay. I'm going to do it with these across from each other also. Okay. All right. And again, if I wanted to, I could say, okay, 2. Oh, the factor tree of 2 is just 2 because it's a prime number. Okay. And then if you're going to do 10, right, 5 times 2 is the only ones that only ones you can get. And you go, oh, okay, yeah, 2 goes into both, and 2 is all I have, right? So 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Okay? So now I cross simplify. 1 times 1. 1 times 1 gives me 1. 5 times 2 gives me 10. Okay? And now I don't have to simplify my final answer because I already did it by doing this cross simplification. Okay? This only works if we have common number factors between the two crossed numbers. Okay? Just a little bonus. Okay? A little bit kind of a shortcut, and I think that it's easier. Okay? But this way works just as well. Okay? All right? So I hope that helps, and I hope you guys can at least check those on your homework.